is good? My anime paper. Rick and not Morty. Had to get the blue hair for Rick, you know what I mean? Like, you can't disrespect him with yellow hair. That's disrespectful. But with this week's episode, I think they just really needed to get it out of the way, and the fact that Rick is a god. Like, he is and has been god level for so long that it's never really occurred to him to need to fight a Zeus to prove it. But I mean, if you must, you must. um, Not only does Rick fight this ridiculously powerful god that help actually do what happens this week's episode, it has me absolutely dead when I see when I see how many things I feel like they rip off at times. Um, this looked pretty much like Thor hitting Iron Man, right? Like Iron Man gets hit by lightning and it powers him up to do an attack that actually was stronger than anything Thor wound up feeling by Iron Man, besides getting like pushed into trees or something, right? Not only does it hit Tony Stark's, it straight up powers him up, makes him ridiculous, and Rick takes that because he straight up puts the device on his chest, mind you. Like, it's not like he could have put it anywhere, but he puts it directly in the center of his chest, like the arc reactor. Takes the hit and just absolutely flies up there and fights him, which finding out the cloud was just his way of quote unquote blending in with their people, which is a reference to the all above, or Galactus. Galactus is actually a weird thing that does not look like the same for everybody on every single planet, interesting enough. Um, so those are the types of things I'm talking about. They like kind of have a good little take from it, or have a little jab at it, and it ends up just being hilarious. Not only did I feel like this episode was it was pretty lackluster. Besides the funny fact of just how much the family is degrading, right? Like, the family is actually becoming something that you can cut the tension with a knife. Like, one wrong turn and the whole family is at each other's throats, which is the uh, craziest little part of this season. Is they've been really brutal to their kind of to themselves, but mainly to each other. Uh, Beth, with how she handled her whole situation, Jerry was willing to attack his wife and her grandfather just because they were doing things he didn't agree with, and they still wind up together. When I say Beth's thing, she straight up had some boy trapped in another little pocket dimension where Beth could be safe and play with animals or like made up creatures and stuff. And she just straight up destroys everything in there, steals the finger, and then comes out lying about it. Like, everybody's super dysfunctional. We know what Morty did with all those, what happened to all those clones, which was really Rick doing all that. So it's like, everything. Then Summer this week absolutely destroys Jerry. Oh my lord. If I ever see Jerry say something clever back to Summer after what he has gone through with that, bruh, Jerry's the GOAT. If he can do it, like, holy crap, she destroys him. I'm gonna let this robot beat me up, but it's these types of things that make you interested in what is coming in the future of the show. But at the same time, it feels like the whole family is gonna always harbor these disgusting and hateful things about each other. And just like we seen a couple episodes before this happened, Rick and Morty were good. He's like, you just gotta let me into that brain of yours sometimes, man. Like, I know you want to do it all, but just let me in. And then the next two episodes, it's yeah, my ideas don't suck, Morty, and you're gonna get in that vat of acid to save yourself. You know, like, um, it's been it's been a really trippy ride. Like, if you thought Rick going to prison because of Jerry and was pretty much saying the truth of he's how he's scared of Rick, how he's putting everybody in danger because of his lifestyle, all that type of stuff. It feels like that isn't even a question anymore because we know Beth is 100% okay with it, and she's been okay with it, which is unfortunate. Um, just as a whole. So now that we have the understanding of just like what she's willing to let Rick get away with, it's now the fact of the matter. How far does it go? I mean, Rick's left Summer on a planet with aliens that could have bursted out of her and she would have been dead. But like Rick sees it, I got a whole entire multiverse of daughters that I can just get and cover my back. So that's his mentality compared to Morty, who actually remembers his real sister back on Gazorpazorp. Or not Gazorpazorp, Cronenberg. He straight up remembered exactly how to get back to Cronenberg world because his actual family still there. That's how dedicated he can be at times compared to what he is at other times. So Rick and Morty is amazing, but this episode was meh. But the message overall from what we're seeing from all the characters, absolutely hype. So I hope to see you guys in the next one. I will talk to you sooner than later. Hopefully Black Clover's back soon too. I missed it on Tuesdays. But yeah, with all that being said, everybody, take care and peace.